Rise and reach for the stars, Aquarius. I'm Bernadette, and I'm here with your Aquarius Tarot reading for February 2021. Oh my gosh, it is such an honor and a joy to bring this message to you Aquarians, because who doesn't want this kind of reading for a month, especially the month of love, love in all its forms, unconditional love. Man, you'll be able to ride this energy. If you hit it right, you'll be able to ride this energy until next February. So let's jump right in there. The tarot card and spirit animal that have come for you all today is the Knight of Cups, the Dolphin. And what is the Knight of Cups all about except for all that watery, beautiful emotion? And oh my gosh, in the traditional Rider-Waite tarot, tarot card meanings, which, by the way, if you're just joining us, thank you for joining me, or us, I should say, the Wild Pack. And also, so many thanks to my longtime subscribers. You know, you guys are my heart. I just thank you so much. And I read with my own deck, the Arcanimal Tarot and Oracle deck, and it's got all of the symbolism and meanings and just amazing medicine and energy. So you can get a deeper relationship with the animals by way of the tarot, or tarot by way of the animals, however you look at it. And so there couldn't have been, and by the way, the tarot in it is based on the Rider-Waite tarot system. So there are 78 tarot cards in the deck, and then there are 22 oracle cards in the deck. They're bonus cards. But can you imagine a better animal for the Knight of Cups than sweet, playful, loving Dolphin? Of course you can, which is why Dolphin told me that it wanted to be the Knight of Cups in the deck, right? So at the end of the day, all knights are messengers. All knights in the tarot are messengers. But this one, the Knight of Cups, his message of replenishment and joy and laughing, bringing out the child inside and all of those emotions that, that kids feel. And when you're in a really playful mood, even if you're 105, if that kid is alive still in you, oh man, that's the dealio right there. Now, the landscape through which the Knight of Cups rides is barren, but the river runs right beside it. And in the distance, you can see a few clusters of rugged trees. But that's because the life that Knight of Cups brings to that, what we perceive to be a barren desert, yes, it's physical, but it's very spiritual, as you can see by the red fish embroidered, on the knight's outfit. Now, this is like an aspect, of air, meaning the horse is gray. That reinforces that the knight is moving at a slow and measured pace. That's what is allowing him to kind of travel this rocky landscape, through smooth and mountainous terrain, even cross the rushing rivers, and he never ever spills a precious drop of that chalice's contents. So that's the air aspect of water, the eternal peacemaker. Libra sets that powerful emotional and intuitive current, of Scorpio, and that's Scorpio in motion, but it doesn't heat it all up because the knight's emotions and actions are in perfect balance. And what I mean by that is this. The Knight of Cups, if you'll notice, his visor is up, and that was a gesture from the medieval knights signaling that their intentions were peaceful. And if you take a look at his armor, it's polished and it shines and is very reminiscent of the coloration of a dolphin's skin and that glistening kind of shine, that brilliant shine that they get in the sun and even underwater, as their skin reflects the light and reflects all the prisms in the water. And that's a symbol of divine grace and purity of intentions. The Knight of Cups is a lover, right? Not really a fighter. And what that tells you is it's time, it's time, Aquarius, for you to flip that visor up and show somebody your true intentions. Now, that can have to do with romantic love. I mean, after all, it's February, it's the month of love, right? But love comes in so many forms, and it's a deeply spiritual experience that it could be love of yourself, it could be love of your kids, your husband, your wife, your partner, your family, your job, the world. It can be anything. It can be, listen, I have friends that are deep into ecology and saving the planet, like really deep into it. I admire them and love them so much because they're fighting the good fight. But I've heard them tell stories of doing ritual. They'll go camping for a few days, and they do these they just sound so beautiful. They're beautiful rituals where they're not in a weird hokey way, okay, but in a truly pure, these are my purest intentions, almost in a commitment way. I am committing to you, Mother Nature. I am marrying you. I am hand fasting with you, Mother Gaia. And it's just gosh, it's just a deeply profound commitment to the earth and all its inhabitants therein, which is you, which is me, which is every living creature. It's every inanimate creature, although I don't think anything is truly inanimate. I think, rocks and crystals have memory and they have vibration. And of course, dirt is just, I could go on this trail for a long, long time, but you see where I'm going with this. So in this month of love, Aquarius, you're nothing but the love, giving it and receiving it, giving it and receiving it. Comes in and it goes out just as quickly. It comes in and it goes out just as quickly. Could you have a more beautiful thing to be, or to be part of, or to give out into the world? No, you don't, because you're going to be able to keep your balance. You're not going to go off, half-cocked and make crazy decisions because you're in love with love. It's actually whatever love you decide to turn your attention to this month is just going to be the realest deal of real deals that you can count on. Now, you're cheerful, you're intelligent, you're innovative, you're able to live in two worlds, and that's all about Dolphin. It's the ability to swim to the depths of the sea, but come up for air, and live in that world as well. You've got such a gift for walking in those two worlds. That's why you're going to be able to keep your equilibrium and trust that whatever changes and surprises are coming your way, you're on the cutting edge of them, and you're going to be able to stay grounded, dive those deep depths, but come up for air when you need that. Now, the message from Dolphin really has to do with a lot of emotional healing and cleansing, listen, and approaching others from a place of love. That's what water is all about, right? The water element, it's all about those emotions. And this may sound really lovey-dovey considering the intense energies at play in the sign of the rebel this month, Aquarius, okay? So you're getting it from all angles. But our society will need love and compassion. It already does need love and compassion more than ever. And Dolphin is there to remind you, the Knight of Cups is there to remind you that love is an incredibly powerful agent for healing. Because let's face it, when you pledge to something or someone till death do us part, like in a hand fasting or just a commitment ceremony or whatever, you're making a pledge to love them for better or worse. And certainly when someone or something is in their worst mode, of course you're going to, out of love for them, want to help and heal them. Of course you are. This is the month to do that. Now, there might be a little bit of a rocky road, but you already knew this because your psychic antenna, man, you Aquarians, you have been like on super Spidey alert, like scanning the universe, because you're the dreamer of dreams. And you see the world and people for what they can be, sometimes to your own detriment, not what they are. But with all the changes going on, and we don't talk about politics on my channel, we don't talk about religion on my channel, but you know what changes I'm talking about. For months, you've already been on high alert because you know whatever was going to come down, you were going to have to be instrumental in helping the world heal and helping people, humanity, see what can be rather than what already is, or what they perceive there already is. So many powerful planets are partying in your sign this month. You may feel like radically changing your path from one minute to the next. Take a breath, swim with the dolphin, swim slow, swim steady, swim strong, because you're going to need this wisdom and the healing energy to guide you. The month begins with Venus entering your sign and joining Saturn, Jupiter, the Sun, and Mercury retrograde. And this can emphasize and enhance those gifts that are related to those planets, but it also subjects them to a heavy dose of Aquarian energy. Nothing is wrong with that, but it's kind of like having a number of live wires and now there's a rainstorm. The electricity is just jetting out everywhere. So Venus is going to bring a focus to relationships, money, beauty, what you value. And you may have a fundamental and dramatic change to what you value, your financial situation, your love life. Jupiter expands everything and adds a dose of idealism, philosophy. So those erratic changes on the horizon are supersized now, and you're gonna be, rebel that you are, you're gonna be a little forced, Aquarius. Not to confront the idealism and ideological compass. It's not about confronting it, but maybe just taking a look at it and being willing to see things from a different perspective that might be just a little more, not grounded, but a little more set in the here and now, and okay, maybe just a little bit grounded. All right. So Saturn brings rules, order, discipline, restrictions, things you don't easily tolerate. You may continually set and then break rules to help you form some kind of solid baseline. And while Mercury retrograde is usually the biggest hassle you can blame on astrology at any given time, it's going to pale a bit in comparison to the intense things that are going on energetically from all of these planets transiting your sign, but will bring the need for insight, introspection, and revision of something from the past that wasn't fully formed or completed, and that's great because that's a healing process. Now, communication can get pretty wonky during Mercury retrograde, but count on Dolphin to be able to help you to communicate clearly, communicate your emotions clearly, help you clear out your throat chakra and get that specific energy flowing. And you might find that you come upon a newfound sense of humor that you had, because dolphins are hilarious. They just chitter chatter, that smile on their face. They're always ready and willing to play games, be a child one moment and then be, the kind of partner on this planet that will go, get a bunch of their brethren together, just like a knight in shining armor, right? The Knight of Cups, and ward off those shark attacks. It's documented. It's a real thing, people. It's a real thing. So your planetary ruler, Uranus, is in Taurus, and that's going to form a long-term square to Saturn in Aquarius, bringing friction to your life just a little bit in the form of financial challenges, or again, challenges in what you seek that actually means security to your life. So again, everything that you can do to be in deeper relationship with Dolphin will be very helpful to you this month, especially when it's not taking yourself too seriously, remembering the importance of emotional connection, because the tension is going to continue a bit through the month until around the 20th. You'll feel some release, and that's going to become more apparent by the end of the month when the Sun and Venus enters into Pisces, right? The love of loves. So when you are working with Dolphin energy, all right, the joy, just the sheer, pure, unadulterated joy and love that you're going to feel by working deeply with Dolphin is amazing. Mostly it's amazing if you'll allow it to help you in the self-love arena. And then you can take that self-love that you've learned and you've expanded on, and then start radiating that out into the world. It's like when you take a look at Aquarius and the waters of life flow out of that jug, well, you may be pouring kombucha into somebody's glass. Okay, pour it and set the intention of love. That's going to be the best tasting kombucha they've ever had. Let's say it's chai tea. Ooh, I'm going to make myself some chai tea tonight. Yummy, yummy, yummy. And I put a little nippy nip of eggnog in my chai tea, just so you guys out there know. Every now and again, I'll put like a little beansy bit of rum in it, just to give it a whoof, just with the tiniest bit. It will take your chai tea to another level, just saying. And that's the waters of life, because I've made that chai tea with such emotion behind it, like I can't wait, oh my God, I love this stuff, I love that stuff. That first sip feels like, it feels like what I imagine drinking from the Aquarian's jug would feel like, right? So self-love is important for you. Dolphin can really help you with that. For centuries and centuries and centuries, sailors think that when they see dolphins, that it represents protection, safe harbors, and good fortune, because again, they're known rescuers for fish and people, which resonates with the Greeks portraying the dolphin spirit as a guide for the dearly departed. And there are even some Native American stories that tell us that dolphins were actually once part of the two-legged peoples, and which is humans. And when they transformed, they became guardians for nearby tribes who are ready, willing, and able to protect what they treasure most, which is family, community, and just life in general. So you very well may find yourself communicating and working on behalf of downtrodden people, downtrodden animals, people who are at risk, animals who are at risk, lands, places and spaces in Mother Gaia that are at risk. All in all, you've got some heck of a beautiful month coming up for you, Aquarius. So I hope that was helpful. Pick up your copy of the Arcanimal Tarot and Oracle deck. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. You know what? I thank you for tuning in. And as always, I'll see you next month. And every day, keep reaching for those stars.